Yeah. Wake up. Water cooler talk sports. Pregame playlist. Let's go. It's the pregame playlist. Turn it up, don't miss this. Turn it up, yeah. Your morning, your sports, yeah, you tapped in. Locked in. From the highlights to the headlines, yeah, we locked in. Top stories. Water cooler talk sports, yeah, we locked in. Early morning grind, yeah, we set the tone. From the field to the speakers, now you rocking with the show. Let's go. Rocking with the show. Your morning. Your sports. Your playlist. Let's go.
Yeah, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is Friday morning, July 24th, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you all, man, for rocking with us, man. It is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and let us be glad in it, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Today is a great day. Every day is a great day, man. And y'all know it. Y'all know it, man. Y'all know how we be. Y'all know how we rock here on the pregame playlist on a Friday, man. We're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. We're going to get this thing ready to go. Yes, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that's going to watch us on the rewatch, everybody that's watching us live right now, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for continuing to be a part of the show here on the pregame playlist. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Man, last night, bro, was a great night, bro. What did we do last night, bro? What did we do last night, man? Last night was pretty good. You know, I can't complain, man. Can't complain. Got some good sleep last night. Did some work before I went to sleep last night. Man, it was great. You know, I can't complain at all, man. Hope you all had a great night last night. Hope you all are having an even better morning this morning, man. So shout out to you all, man, for rocking with us here this morning on the pregame playlist, the coolest playlist in your ear, man. This is morning radio right here, man. Come join us. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come be a part of this, man. If you are watching or watching on the rewatch, please, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. We hit 1,400 subscribers yesterday. Now we are on our way to 1,500. So shout out to you all, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here as always, man. It is Friday. And like I tell you, we are about 4 hours away, less than 4 hours away from it being the weekend, in my opinion. Because as you know, once noon hits, the weekend starts. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. What are we talking about today, man? We're doing the SEC Media Days recap is what we're doing. And in the first hour, of course, then, of course, we have the pregame post, the headlines across news, sports, and culture. And then, of course, man, we're going to have some great music for you to listen to as well. And then also, man, in the second hour, we're going to flag on the play. Of course, my favorite segment of the show. We got some more pregame post headlines for you. And we'll be talking about Texas, man. We'll be talking about Texas in the back end of the show, man. Second hour, man. It's Texas National Championship team. Steve Sarkisian and the guys was at SEC Media Days. They wrapped up SEC Media Days yesterday. And so we are going to discuss this Texas football team. Go look at this Texas football team and see exactly what it is this team is, how good they can actually be. What are people saying about them? You know, is Arch Manning really a Heisman Trophy candidate? Because we had somewhat of that conversation today, but I think we got off track a little bit. But yeah, man, this is it, man. This is the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This is the morning of the weekend. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, to get your weekend started, to help get your weekend started. Here with the pregame playlist, man. And we appreciate y'all so much, man, for continuing to rock with us here as always, man. Shout out to you all, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come over here and be a part of the pregame playlist on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. Shout out to you all, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for doing that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, it's about 4 minutes after the hour. We getting ready to slide into our first break here, and get into some music, man. Before we get into the pregame post, man, we're gonna get into a break here, man. Get that going, and then let everybody get some of these good sounds, some of these good vibes, these amazing feels that we have here, man, over here on Water Cooler Talk Sports on the pregame playlist, man. So shout out to you, man. Make sure that you, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. If you're watching us live, if you listen to us, man, appreciate you so much. If you listen to us, come on over here to Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel. and watch the video and like the video and subscribe to it as well, man. So we appreciate y'all so much. Man, we get ready to slide into this first break right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the weekend started with a little bit of what do we want to listen to? Let's listen to some Summer Run. Let's listen to some Summer Run. Let's go, man. You know, it's a big time song. It give you some choir vibes in that bad boy. So let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of Summer Run here on the pregame playlist on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes after the hour, good morning to you. Let's go.
Some nights turn to legends. Now we shining up. Every loss turn to pressure, man. Now the whole thing going federal. Chain swing when I move through. Same pain turn to new fuel. Took a risk, made a lane. Now the whole world see the view. I don't sleep, I just chase it. Real life, no fake it. Yeah. If I said it, then I meant it. Now the dream looking space. We outside in the night mode. City lights got my soul froze. Bass hit deep, make the time slow. Whole world move when that bass roll. We outside on the summer run. No breaks now, we ain't never done. Hands up high when the moon come. We the ones, yeah. We the ones, yeah. Yeah. Came from nothing, I feel different. Same hunger, just a bigger vision. Every move got intention now, no luck. If we really live 808 hit like a heartbeat. Whole crowd jumping to the same beat. If you feel it, let the hands rise. It's a moment, not a plan B. We don't fall, we don't panic. No. Turn losses into advantage. Yeah. Every summer we leveling up. Now the vibe feels cinematic.
We came too far now.
Far now.
Can't slow down, no way.
No way.
All this pressure made diamonds.
Diamond.
Now we shining all day.
We outside in the night mode. City lights.
Don't be shy, hit subscribe, because this is the best playlist in your ears. It's the pregame playlist.
You want a solution to protect your family in a moment of crisis. Freddie Metro provides those solutions to protect your family and build real wealth. Serving Alabama and Georgia with trusted advice you can count on. Call him today at 678-870-4001. Freddie Metro, protecting families, building legacies.
Oh, you feel that? Midnight. Walking, now they turning their heads. Glow so bright, got them watching my steps. Baseline hit, feel it all in your chest. You ain't ready for the way that I flex. I don't chase, I attract, understand. When I move, yeah, I'm taking command. Whole room locked when I lift up my hand. You step close, now you're part of the plan. Yeah, watch me. Hold up, wait, take time. Feel that heat, don't cross that line. Right there, don't lie. You ain't felt nothing like this vibe. Take time, don't lie. I got that midnight energy. Got you begging just to be with me. Lights low, but we don't sleep. You the rhythm, I'm the beat. Yeah, midnight energy. Hands on where they escape. Say my name, let me hear it clear. Turn it up, let it hit your ear. We too close, got you right here. No one else when I interfere. Say it louder, don't stop, stay close. Feel that fire, feel it in your bones. Right there, that high, we ain't coming down tonight. Stay close, don't stop. I got that midnight energy. Got you begging just to be with me. Lights low, but we don't sleep. You the rhythm, I'm the beat. Yeah, midnight energy. Hands on where they wanna be. One touch, now you're stuck on me. You the rhythm, I'm the beat. Let's go. Woo. Yeah, yeah. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Say it with your body, don't say it twice. Don't say it twice. Talk to me nice. Say it with your body, don't say it twice. Don't say it twice. Talk to me nice. Say it with your body, don't say it twice. Talk to me nice. Say it with your body, don't say it twice. Don't say it twice. Left, right, we move in time. Feel that pressure, yeah, that's mine. Don't let go, I can feel it in my soul. Take you high, lose control. When I drop, I take it high.
Get your morning started. Yeah, with the pregame playlist. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Let's go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, man. Good morning and welcome to the pregame playlist, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get into the pregame pulse. The headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture. Let's ride.
The Pregame Pulse. Headlines in culture and sports.
Yes, man. Shout out to you all, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here on the pregame playlist. Let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's start off with MLB scores from last night, man. The MLB had a couple of games last night, not a lot. You had the Braves and the Padres play. The Braves beat the Padres 6-5 in this game. Chris Sale had 11 strikes out 11 in this game, and the Braves they hit 4 home runs to edge out the Padres to get a win at home. So shout out to the Braves for making that happen, man. The Twins, they get a win over the Cleveland Guardians. Shout out to him, man. Trevor Larnach and Luke Keyshaw both get RBIs in a 12th inning. In the 12th inning, so the Twins can get the win over the Guardians in a 3-1 series split, man. In a 3-1 3-1 for a series split, man. So shout out to the Twins for getting that win against the Guardians. So yeah, man, it is what it is. The Rays lose to the Blue Jays. Shane Bieber pitches a season-high 7 innings as the Blue Jays beat the Rays 3-1 to avoid a 4-game sweep. So shout out to the Blue Jays for getting that win, because if they lost that, they would have got swept. And I know I got Dustin is upset about that, but hey, man, at least I got 3 of the 4. I'm just saying, at least I got 3 of them. That's it. At least I got 2 of them. That's all that matters, man. Shout out to them, man. The Diamondbacks had a makeup game from June 25th. They beat the St. Louis Cardinals 10-6. As well, man. So shout out to the Diamondbacks, man. The Diamondbacks, I remember the Arizona Diamondbacks because of Randy Johnson. They call him the big unit, baby. That's how I remember the Diamondbacks. I remember watching the Diamondbacks win the World Series like in like 99 or something like that, 98, 99, 2000. One of them years. The big unit was out there on the mound pitching, man. So shout out to him for that. And then to round it out, man, the last game that happened yesterday, the Detroit Tigers beat the Kansas City Royals 4-3. Mr. Outman had a 3-run homer and Dingler. The go-ahead RBI lifted the Tigers to a 4-3 win over the Royals. So shout out to them, man, for getting that win as well, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for that. All right, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling, man, with the other headlines. You need to know Fernando Mendoza. I know that Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, the Fernando Mendoza that went 16-0 in college football, the Fernando Mendoza that won the Heisman Trophy, the Fernando Mendoza that won the Big Ten championship, the Fernando Mendoza that ended up leading Indiana to its first ever national championship. The Fernando Mendoza that ended up being the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Well, guess what? Fernando Mendoza signed his rookie deal yesterday. The number 1 overall pick out of Indiana signed a 4-year, $57.2 million full guarantee contract with a 5th-year option. The deal completes the Raiders' full 10-player 26 draft class heading into training camp. Mendoza is the first player Las Vegas has taken number 1 overall since Jamarcus Russell in 2007. He led Indiana to a 16-0 national championship, winning the Heisman, Walter Camp, Davey O'Brien, and the Maxwell Award. Now, if you don't know, Kirk Cousins is actually quarterback on that team as well. Signed agreed to a $100+ million contract, but only the first year of that contract is guaranteed, which he'll make about $20 million this year, which is what Kirk Cousins signed. But apparently, I know the Raiders are looking at Fernando Mendoza as the QB of the future. So shout out to him, man. Moving along, this story right here hits me in my chest because it affects the team that I cheer for in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers, man. We lose Nic Scourton. Tore his ACL on day 1 of camp, man. Second-year linebacker, man. Tore his ACL in his right knee doing team drills on the very first day of Panthers training camp. He was carted off the field. Dave Canales reportedly gathered around him in an emotional scene, bro. I don't like this, man. He was 2025 second-round pick out of Texas A&M. 17 games with 8 starts last year as a rookie. He was projected to come in and start and be a top pass rusher for a team that needs some pass rush, some edge rushing ability off the edge. You got Derrick Brown in the middle, but you needed somebody off the edge that could be able to get to the pass rusher. And it was expected that Nic Scourton was going to be that guy to come in and do that this year, man. But you still got Jalen Phillips, who's a free agent there as well. So we'll see what happens there. But having 2 guys, now you're just down to 1 guy that you were going to lean on. Now you're gonna be down to just 1 guy when you had 2 guys potentially. So that is a bad loss for the Panthers. So we'll see exactly what happens there, man. If you're into golf, man, the 3M Open, man, which is in TPC Twin Cities, man, is underway. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler is playing in the 3M Open for the first time, fresh off of a 4th place finish at the Open Championship. As well, Emilio Grillo grabbed the early clubhouse lead. Scheffler and Lucas Glover climbed into a share of the second at 6 under par. So that'll be happening this weekend. So you'll be seeing a lot of guys today that will be trying to position to get to the weekend. So we'll be looking at that. This is moving day on Friday. Friday is moving day. It's the day that you got to get into position to get to the weekend so you can get paid. Because in golf, I don't know if people know, but in golf, you play the weekend. It's 4 rounds. So you play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in an event. If you don't make it past Friday, you don't get paid. So if you make it to the weekend, you are automatically guaranteed that you will get a check from playing that weekend. So today, Friday, is moving day. So you're gonna see a lot of guys try to do what they can to get in position to get to get a position so they can get paid this weekend. So it won't be so it will not be for vain. It won't be anything for lack of not being there. Paying money to get there, paying money to live, paying money to eat, paying money to do whatever you need to do, bringing people with you so you can be able to be at your best and peak. You want to get some type of return on that, so you want to make the weekend and you want to be able to get as high as you possibly can and get a nice paycheck over the weekend. So we'll see what happens with that as well coming up when it's over with there. And to round out this first hour of the pregame pulse, the headlines across the news, sports, and culture, man, tight end Travis Vokolek has medically retired at the age of 28. I don't know if y'all remember, but Travis Vokolek, he was a Cardinals tight end, got injured and had a serious neck injury last year in the NFL. The injury occurred in Week 6 of the 2025 season on a kickoff block against the Colts. He collided with a linebacker from the Colts, was concussed and stretched off the field. Doctors and neurologists advised him over the past several months to medically retire. He entered the league as an undrafted free agent out of Nebraska in 2023, and he spent time with the Ravens practice squad before landing with the Arizona Cardinals. In his 3 seasons, He was primarily a special teamer and a blocker, and he's ending his career at the age of 28. Doing the right thing. He is doing the right thing. He is doing the correct thing. He wants to have a very, very good quality of life moving forward. Man, the doctor said, we advise that you medically retire. And so hopefully, and see, this is what people feel like in football, you always get the glamour of like the guys that are getting the highest contracts, guys that are just, it seems as if they're making so much money. But this is literally what happens in the league right here. A guy gets injured. He was an undrafted free agent, getting in the league, trying to find his way in the league, trying to find a roster that he can be a part of, trying to find a team that will fall in love with him to give him an opportunity to where he can stay. But something like this happens. He gets injured, and now he can't play football anymore. This is really the reality of what you see in the NFL majority of the time. And so, man, prayers to him because now he has the ability to potentially go out and he can get into coaching. He can get into the scouting world. There are a lot of opportunities that he can still be close to the game, even though he can't play the game. So, prayers to him, man, and hopefully he's able to find that path that will give him the success and give him the happiness and joy that can equal to what it was when he was playing the game of football, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are your headlines in the pregame post. The headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture, man. We're going to take a break right here. And when we come back, man, we're going to recap SEC Media Days because now college football has started. College football has started, ladies and gentlemen. SEC Media Days ended yesterday, and we're going to recap what we saw from the week of SEC Media Days and what we think about the SEC moving forward this year and what it potentially could look like. And I'm going to give you my preliminary results of how the SEC will finish. I'll give you that. I'm going to give you 1 through 16. I'm going to give you 1 through 16. My preliminary results 1 through 16 as of today. We're going to look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here as always. We're going to slide into this break right here, man. In this break, let's play a little bit of, you know what, let's get Adelines in here, and we want y'all to go visit Adelines, 2371 Highway 14 in Otagoville, Alabama. And then when you do that, you got to slide with me to Adelines. You know, let's play a little bit of slide with me after we hear from my guy Chef Country at Adelines. Ladies and gentlemen, 23 minutes after the hour, this is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you.
Hey, you listening. If you're trying to eat like a champ today, you already know where you gotta go. Adelines by Chef Country. Smoked ribs, real flavor, no shortcuts. Yeah, they do it right. Tap in right now. Call them at 334-349-0226 or slide through at 2371 Highway 14, Otagoville, Alabama. Adelines, your official pregame meal.
Through the city, yeah. West Coast slide with me. Let the top back, feel the breeze, yeah. Palm trees, gold D's, riding slow through the streets. We don't rush, we just cruise to the beach. Slide with me, come ride. Everything clean, everything G. From the west to the south, yeah, we keep it OG. Real ones only when you roll with me. Pull up clean, candy paint dripping off the frame. Sun hitting different when you really in the game. No stress living, everything smooth. Got the city on my back, but I move how I move. Gold chain swing when I lean to the side. Shorty looking at me like she ready for the ride. I don't say much, let the vibes be loud. Whole section turn when I step through the crowd. Windows low, let the bass line knock. Every block we hit got the same vibe like. Ain't no rush, take time with it. If it ain't real life, I don't rhyme with it. Nah, real talk. Slide with me. Let the top back, feel the breeze, yeah.
palm trees, gold D's, riding slow through the streets. We don't rush, we just cruise to the beach. Slide with me, come ride. Everything clean, everything G. From the west to the south, yeah, we keep it OG. Real ones only when you roll with me. Yeah. Late night glow, neon lights in the rear. Engine humming low, yeah, the sound crystal clear. We ain't worried about nothing, just the moment we in. Let the record spin back, let the groove begin. Top down, hair blowing, feel the night air. Every move calculated, yeah, I move rare. OG game, but I keep it fresh. Every step I take, gotta come correct. From the block to the stage, same energy, still the same dude, just a better me. If you riding with me, keep it solid, no switch. We don't fall, we don't break, we legit.
The biggest stories in sports deserve bigger conversations. Join us every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for Around the Cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Bold opinions, heated debates, and unfiltered sports talk. It all happens around the cooler, where we talk that score.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the pregame playlist right here on the Water Cooler Talk Sports Network.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us here this morning, man, on the pregame playlist, man. Stay in my sky. I'm talking to your lady, man. You got to tell her to stay in your sky. You don't want her to go nowhere. You don't want her to go nowhere. So you tell her to stay in your sky. You know, stay in my orbit. That's what you tell her. Stay in my orbit, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, shout out to you all, man, for rocking with us here this morning, on this Friday morning, man. We getting you ready for the weekend here on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. We thank you so much, man. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get into this talk about SEC Media. SEC Media Day that just ended yesterday. SEC Media Days ended yesterday. Wrapped up. And it was a pretty interesting week at SEC Media Days. And we talked about it ad nauseum this week. And I talked about my thoughts about what SEC Media Days was and what the narrative that was being set, you know, for SEC Media Days of the SEC being the best, toughest, have the toughest schedule. We do this, we do that type conference. And then next thing you know, it's just that and that type of thing right there. You know, it kind of made me think of like, is the SEC trying to convince us, the world, its fans, whatever, or are they trying to convince themselves that they are still considered to be the most dominant, toughest conference there is in college football? I don't know, man. But the week started off, of course, on Monday, man. You had Kentucky, Will Stein, Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz, Oklahoma, Brent Venables, and Tennessee's Josh Heupel there on Monday. And of course, you want to find those sound bites. You're looking for those sound bites during SEC Media Days that make you go like, man, all right, I like that. And Will Stein did not hesitate to do that. He was asked a question Monday about why he felt as if he can go to Kentucky, and win big. And his answer was simple. He said, because of me. He said he knew what it takes to recruit, to win, to play, to be successful at that level of college football. He said, because of me. It's the reason why he felt as if that team would win big. I like the confidence. I said it earlier in the week. I like the confidence from Will Stein. And to be honest with you, I believe him. I'm not saying they're gonna go out here this year and set the world on fire and win 9-10 games. It's possible. Anything's possible in football, but I'm not saying that's probable. But I like the confidence of Will Stein, man. I like the confidence of it, man. Of course, Eli Drinkwitz came out and had some comments and some remarks about the scheduling of the Big Ten, and they would win 3. No wonder they won 3 national championships because they didn't have a tough out of conference schedule. I was like, wait, what? I was like, come on, Eli, you sound off base there, my guy. That sounds very, very off base for what you're saying, because if somebody want to take a look at the SEC schedule, all the years that they were winning national championships and being dominant, people could pick it apart. So let's not do that, man. Let's not do that, Eli, man. So then, of course, Tuesday, you know, Georgia, Kirby Smart was there. Auburn, Alex Golish was there. Ole Miss, not Ole Miss, but Shane Beamer from South Carolina and Clark Lee from Vanderbilt were there in attendance. And man, shout out to Auburn. Shout out to Auburn and Alex Golish, man. Shout out to Auburn and Alex Golish. Alex Golish did not look like the moment was too big for him. He looked like he was poised and control of it. You know, new head coach in the conference. How would he react to it? You know, he literally came in and he was able to command and control the room. You know, he was asked the question. I think he the second day he had the second highlight quote of the day of the week, in my opinion. He was asked a question from went back and listened to it. He was asked a question from a reporter. I want to say it's from Tide 100 point something. So I'm guessing that was an Alabama reporter that he was asked the question by. And they asked him the question like, what goals are you setting for yourself this year? Are you trying to, you know, beat a rival? You trying to win a certain number of games? You want to make a bowl game? You want to make the SEC championship? You want to make college football playoffs? What are your goals? And he responded. He was like, yeah, I don't set goals, man. You know, I set standards. You know, mind blown. Sight is not mind blown. It's just a mic drop. Is what it is, man. I set standards. Is what this man said. So Alex Golish, man, came in and set the precedence and the tone of what Auburn football will be moving forward. So shout out to Alex Golish for doing that, man. Kirby Smart, man. Kirby Smart is the only coach in this conference right now to have won an SEC championship. Current coach. He's the only coach in this conference to have won a national championship. He's won back-to-back SEC championships, and he won back-to-back national championships, 21 and 22. We've had these conversations on our pod about Kirby Smart in Georgia. And when you're comparing Georgia to themselves, like Georgia has been a dominant team, but Georgia has not been the dominant Georgia that you would expect them that you have been used to. And that's just simply because the talent on the team is not like it was back in the day. There is not a deep pool of talent there. It's a lot of good players, but it's not like there are a lot of talent like a deep pool of 4 and 5-star guys that are sitting behind each other waiting to play. It's just not. That's just not the truth. And because of that, and because of that talent dispersion across the SEC and across the conference, and across the country, excuse me, the margin between Georgia and the margin between the rest of the teams have come here. It is what it is. It's not. It just is what it is. And so now you look at it and you ask the question, like, are there cracks in the foundation of what Georgia of what Georgia is doing? Are there cracks in the foundation? I said this. Ted has been known to say this, and Ted said this on pod. He's been known to say, like, the game of football was created before the quarterback position, which is, which when he says that, he's basically saying the game of football was created before the forward pass, because the quarterback really is the engine that kind of pushes the ball down the field. So when you say that, that's very true. So he's basically saying that the game is about blocking, tackling, and the fundamental parts, which I agree with. I don't disagree with him there at all. And we got into a conversation about, like, if a team that has the ability to block and tackle well at a high level will always be in games. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you. But I also brought up the fact of the matter of, like, and I use this analogy. I said, when you look at the last 5 Super Bowl champions, right? And I use Super Bowl for a particular reason, because college football is moving towards that professional NFL model. When you look at the past 5 national champions, right? They've done that. They've blocked, they've tackled, they played fundamentals very, very well. And even you can look at the national championship picture as well. But I'm using the NFL right now, and I can go to college football after this. When you look at that, those teams that have been in that conversation, that have won championships, they have blocked, they have tackled, they have played fundamentals well. But they've also had dynamic players at quarterback, they've had dynamic players at running back, and they've had dynamic players at the receiver position and at the edge rusher position. That is just the truth. That is just the God honest truth. You look at Kansas City. Kansas City has a dynamic quarterback. They had pretty good. They had pretty good receivers. They had a solid, really solid running back, and they had an elite pass rusher in Chris Jones. That's what they had. You look at the Eagles. The Eagles had a dominant defense, which a lot of those interior guys came from Georgia and things of that nature. You had Jalen Hurts, who was able to be a dynamic quarterback in that system, with Kellen Moore at the time when they won a Super Bowl. You look at Devontae Smith, who was a wide receiver in that system. AJ Brown, who was receiving in that system. I just look at it and I'm just like, yeah, they did the blocking and tackling well, but they also had dynamic players at certain positions that actually helped propel them over. I don't think Georgia has a dynamic player at wide receiver. I think Georgia has really good running backs in the backfield. I don't think Georgia has a dynamic player at quarterback. I think they have a very solid quarterback back there. And when you get to a team that does what you do well, block and tackle, but also has a dynamic pass catcher and a dynamic pass rusher and a potential dynamic runner of the football or running back, that's the game change. That's where the game changes at. And you've seen it. Riley Leonard, he was dynamic enough for Notre Dame the year in 2024-2025 season, he was dynamic enough for Notre Dame in order to be able to run the football against Georgia's defense. Jeremiah Love was also on that team as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Also, last year, they played Ole Miss in the quarterfinals. They played Ole Miss they played Ole Miss early in the season as well. Ole Miss at that particular time had a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter. They did. Had like a 35-23 lead going into the fourth quarter in that game. And just look at it, and I'm just like, yeah, man, Georgia does a lot of the fundamentals right, and it's going to keep them in games. I agree with that. But when it comes to the point to where you are against a team that is just as good as you, doing what you do, they are just as fundamentally sound as you are, and they have those dynamic players at those positions that you don't have, Georgia's going to lose. They are. People hate and people don't want to hear it, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And because I think a lot of people just live in the past of what you've seen so far, and what a particular coach has done so far in the sport and things stuff like that. I think it's more of like, I think it should be more of like what it is in the business world. What have you done for me lately? And lately, you know, besides the SEC championship wins, Georgia hasn't really done anything when it gets past that. Because like we talk about the SEC championship game, and we talk about being an SEC champion and conference champion. The head coach at Georgia has said he is a proponent of getting rid of the game. He's a proponent of it. He said that. The playoff is the standard now. That is the standard. The playoff is the standard. And what has Georgia done in the playoffs recently? We expect Georgia to be a 9-win team every season. You expect them to do that. You expect Georgia to be in contention every single season for the SEC championship game as it is right now, because the championship game is there. You expect that. What are you going to do past the expectations? Expectations should be the minimum. That should be the floor, is what that should be. And as of lately, Georgia has just been okay. They've been doing what the floor is. Maybe this year we see them get past the floor, and maybe we see them win a playoff game. People can call it hating. I'm not hating. I'm just saying the truth. It is what it is. You move to Wednesday, man. Of course, Kalen DeBoer was there Wednesday. John Summerall from Florida, new head coach, was there. Pete Golding, new head coach at Ole Miss, was there as well. And then, of course, Mike Elko from Texas A&M. Solid group of guys, man. Kalen DeBoer, man. The Kalen DeBoer hate needs to stop. To be honest with you. Stephen A. Smith said what Stephen A. Smith said, talking about we should go get Jimbo Fisher. We should go get Brian Kelly as one of the guys that come and replace him. What? Huh? No to Jimbo. If you're an Alabama fan, no to Jimbo. If you're an Alabama fan, it should be you would entertain Brian Kelly, but it probably would be no to. Because if you're gonna look at Brian Kelly, you're gonna look at Kalen DeBoer, and you compare their resumes, Kalen DeBoer is probably better than Brian Kelly. Probably better than Brian Kelly. Well, for sure, they both have played in a conference championship game. They both lost the conference championship game. But Kalen DeBoer has a playoff win. There's multiple playoff wins on his resume as well. And Kalen DeBoer has played for a national championship as a head coach, too. They both played for a national championship. They both lost in that championship game. I don't know, man. John Summerall, a lot of people have John Summerall what potentially can do. He spoke about his team, said he feels like his team is very talented at the skill position. He thinks the linebacking core at Florida is going to be solid. He said he thinks the back end of their defense probably still needs a little bit of work, even though I think Cormani McClain is Cormani McClain should still be with that team, though. I don't think he got dismissed from the team. I think Cormani McClain is still a part of that Florida Gator team. Let me make sure of that real quick before we make it. Yeah, Cormani McClain is still he's a redshirt quarterback for the Florida Gators. You know, so yeah, I mean, I think he should have gotten some votes for first and second team all defense there as well. And that on that roster. So, you know, and then of course, you know, you got Jaden Ball, which is one of the top running backs that's returning in the conference as well. So I look at it and I say to myself, man, Florida got a solid foundation that they working with. They got a solid foundation they working with. But I think a lot of people are giving them a lot more credit because of the brand of Florida and what it is. You know, it is what it is. They should be in the same boat as Auburn. Like, if you have questions about Auburn, you should have questions about Florida and things of that nature. You know, I just don't understand. Like, what I don't understand is a lot of teams that are getting a lot of praise and a lot of hype because of the brand that they are. I don't know. That's just me though. Keep that thing moving along, man. Of course, Mike Elko and Texas A&M, solid. Mike Elko is always, like, now that he's in the groove, he's gonna always have a solid football program there. They got to get better. They lost Cassius House, so they got to find some more pass rushing ability there. They got to be able to get Marcel Reed to be clutch in the moment when he needs to be clutch, and just take that next step, because they were a playoff team last year. But Texas A&M has the pieces, they have the resources in order to be a team that can go compete in the SEC and nationally as well for national championships. Day 4, Arkansas, Ryan Silverfield, LSU, Lane Kiffin. Of course, Lane Kiffin started it off of the day by saying, quote, "We all die. We all gonna die." He was asked a question by Michael Braden from that SEC podcast about his Vanity Fair article, and he gave a very interesting answer about the only two people that I thought that would never die when I was young was his dad and Hulk Hogan. And yeah, I will let you all go listen to that. Apparently, he spoke for like 22 minutes, and he only had 3 questions that was asked to him. Unlike other guys, probably spoke for like 8 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, no more than 10, and they fielded a lot of questions. No, not Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin spoke for 21 minutes, 22 minutes, and only had 3 questions asked of him. That's wild, man. Jeff Lebby at Mississippi State, man. I am a big Jeff Lebby fan. I like what Mississippi State has going on. I think Mississippi State got the depth that they need on the defensive side of the football. I think the offense is going to be fine. Fluff Bothwell, Kamario Taylor, who fits that system perfectly. Anthony Evans, the transfer from Georgia, who was there before. He's gonna be dynamic. I'm telling you, man, this team is going to be good. The offensive line, Jeff Lebby said last year was a concern for him. This year, he's saying that they are better. So I'm telling you, man, right now, I look at it and I say Mississippi State is going to be a team that is going to be a problem this upcoming season. And, of course, Texas, man. We'll talk about Texas in the second hour and how this Texas team particularly fares out as a national championship team or not. So, you know, it is what it is, man. So I'm telling y'all got to be ready for that, man. Arkansas, Ryan Silverfield, basically is telling people they need to change light bulbs. It was too dark and they needed to paint. But, you know, things, stuff of that nature. But, hey, Ryan Silverfield trying to set a new tone at Arkansas. Well, I told you I was going to give you my predicted order of finish for the SEC at the end of the season. And here is what I think the SEC will look like in the predicted order of finish when it's over with, and it's time to crown a champion in the Southeastern Conference. Here's my predicted order. I'm gonna go through this quick because we got to get up out of this thing and get to our next break here. All right. So the predicted order of finish that I have for the SEC moving forward, I'm gonna start at the bottom and go to the top. I got Arkansas finishing 16th. I got Vanderbilt finishing 15th, Kentucky 14, South Carolina 13, Florida 12, Missouri 11, LSU 10, Mississippi State 9, Alabama 8, Auburn 7, Tennessee 6, Texas at number 5, Texas A&M at number 4, Georgia at number 3, Oklahoma at number 2, and I got Ole Miss finishing number 1 in the conference. That is my list. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about that, man. I'm just curious to know. Tell me what you think about that list, and tell me what you would change. Tell me what you would change on that list as well, if it was up to you, man. So shout out to you all so much, man, for rocking with us here on the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all so much. We are about to slide into a break right here, man. It's 50 minutes after the hour here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, the pregame playlist, the coolest playlist in your ear. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what time it is, man. We're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. Exclusive, where you at? We got a little bit of one more stop to go before we get to the second hour of the pregame playlist. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you.
Yeah, he caught my eye when I walked through the door. Dark skin, gold chain, lean back by the bar. Said he knew my name, yeah, he talk real smooth. But I ain't easy, gotta match my move. Phone light flashing, girls taking pics. DJ playing every one of our hits. He leaned close, that way I headed next. I smile slow, said that depends. We ain't tryna go home tonight. Got the city lights in our eyes. Everybody outside tonight, and the vibe feel right. One more stop and we outta here. Windows down while the bassline hit. He keep looking over here, trying to see who he leaving with. Hands up, head down, whole squad look dangerous. If the night keeps feeling like this, we might fall in love with the moment. Ooh, just a moment, don't ruin the moment. Ooh. Put up, clean in that matte black truck. Said, hop in, girl, yeah, the timing was up. Laughed too hard when he said my accent cute. Now we tryna find out what my tattoos do. Ain't no pressure, we just outside. Little tequila got us all live. Girls in the back singing every song. It's the kind of night you stay out too long. No expectations tonight. No stress and no wasting the vibe. If it's real, then it's real for the night, and that's alright. Windows down while the bassline hit. He keep looking over here, trying to see who he leaving with.
Why be anywhere in the world when you could be here with us? This is the pregame playlist on the Water Cooler Talk Sports Network.
Yeah, Thursday night. Neon lights. Clock hit 6, dusting off my boots. Black Chevy, clean, fresh fade, fresh suit. Buddy hit my phone, said, man, come through. Little downtown party with a live band too. Walked in slow, whiskey signs glowing. Bartender smiling while the drinks kept flowing. Then I saw her by the pool table light. Blue jeans dancing and she caught my eye. Stay back, played it cool. 2 drinks deep, trying not to move. Every laugh, every sway pulled me closer anyway. We fell in love on the barroom floor. Boots sliding slow while they scream one more. Hands on the waist, heart out of place. Didn't wanna leave that little sawdust space. Whole room faded when she pulled me close. Didn't care who watched us moving slow. One night turned into something more. Yeah, we fell in love on the barroom floor. On the barroom floor. Band switched over to a slow groove song. She looked at me like she knew all along. Said, boy, what took you so long tonight? I laughed and blamed it on the neon lights. She grabbed my hand, pull me in tight. Suddenly forever felt possible tonight. Now every time the jukebox plays, I still see you swaying that way. Funny what love can do. In a small town room, we fell in love.
You want a solution to protect your family in a moment of crisis. Freddie Metro provides those solutions to protect your family and build real wealth. Serving Alabama and Georgia with trusted advice you can count on. Call him today at 678-870-4001. Freddie Metro, protecting families, building legacies.
The coolest morning show is in your ear. It's the pregame playlist.
Barrels raised me, pain made me. I came from a town where the dirt roads crack, where the trucks ride slow and the scars fight back. Mama prayed hard while the bills stacked up. Now the whole damn county got my song turned up. I got red clay boots and a gold chain swinging. Country boy hard, but the trap still singing. From the back road nights to the big marquee. Yeah, the struggle and the pain all made me. Made me. Back roads raised me. Look. Used to ride around dirty in a hand-me-down Chevy. Now the black on black truck sitting high and heavy. Mama used to cry when them lights got low. Now she backstage watching sold out shows. Ain't nobody put me on, I kicked that door. Now my name got way from the south to the shore. Still keep a Bible in the console. Cause I done seen real life tear good folks up. Now the diamonds dance but the paint still there. Still smell bonfires floating through the air. Still hear old heads talking on the porch all day. Say boy don't forget where you came from, hey. Facts, straight up. Real talk, real talk. I came from a town where the dirt roads crack, where the trucks ride slow and the scars fight back. Mama prayed hard while the bills stacked up. Now the whole damn county got my song turned up. I got red clay boots and a gold chain swinging. Country boy hard, but the trap still singing. From the back road nights to the big marquee. Yeah, the struggle and the pain all made me. Made me. Made me. Yeah. Late nights, cold hearts, whiskey in the cup. Whole squad came from the bottom, we were down bad stuck. Now the label calling everybody showing love. Funny how they switch once the stars line up. I remember court dates, stress on my chest. Now it's private flights and design on the stairs. But the root's too deep, I can fake who I am. Still a small town kid with a mic in my hand. Granddaddy taught me keep God first always, even when the money and the fame all crazy. So I tip my head every time I touch stage, cause the road got dark before I saw this page. Yeah, real one, still country. I came from a town where the dirt roads crack, where the trucks ride slow and the scars fight back. Now we ride big wheels with the whole team lit. Still got mud on the tires, ain't forgot one bit. I got red clay boots and a gold chain swinging. Country in my soul, but the trap still living. From the back road nights to the big marquee. Yeah, the struggle and the pain all made. Get your morning started. With the pregame playlist. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Let's go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We are about to get this thing rocking and rolling, man. We're getting you reset for hour number 2 of the pregame playlist coming up here in about a minute and some change, man. And we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us here. Everybody's been watching on the rewatch. And we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here, man, and supporting the channel, man, supporting the show, man. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Tell a friend, man, to come rock with us here on the pregame playlist, man. We try to have a great time, man. This is a sports morning radio show. That's what this is, a sports morning radio show. And we talk sports, we listen to music, we have a great time. This is a different type of vibe that we produce over here, and we want you all to come be a part of it, because guess what? This is something new that YouTube has not seen before. This is something new that YouTube hasn't seen. So I need you to help us be able to come out and get this in front of more people. Like the video, share the video, tell people about what we have going on over here on the pregame playlist, man, on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Tell them what we got going on over here, man. I think we have some great content. I think we have some great discussions over here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. We about 8 seconds away from getting this thing rocking and rolling here on the pregame playlist for hour number 2. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Hour number 2 right now.
Yeah. Wake up. Water Cooler Talk Sports. Pregame playlist. Let's go.
pregame playlist. Turn it up, don't miss this. Turn it up, yeah. Your morning, your sports, yeah, you tapped in. You tapped in, locked in. From the highlights to the headlines, yeah, we locked in. Top stories. Water cooler talk sports, yeah, we locked in. Early morning grind, yeah, we set the tone. From the field to the speakers, now you rocking with the show. Let's go, let's go. Rocking with the show. Your morning, your sports, your playlist, your playlist. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. It is Friday. We're going into the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And my job here is to get you ready for that. My job here is to get you ready for a great weekend here before you go out and have a great time. You come here and you watch you come here and watch Water Cooler Talk Sports. You come here and you get an opportunity to sit down, talk football, talk basketball, talk whatever sport we talking about, whatever sports we talking about. We get to have great conversations about other things as well. I think they'd be dope. And then guess what? After that, man, you get to go out and you have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here as always on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you all, man. Shout out to everybody who has given us an opportunity to come and be a part, making us a part of your morning routine is what we want you all to do. You made us a part of your morning routine. We try to entertain you. We try to have a great time, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. And we do what we can when we can, because we want you all to have a great time here with us, man. So please, man, shout out to y'all, man. It is 2 minutes after the hour. We're about 2 minutes away before we get into the pregame post, the headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture as well. What are we talking about in the second hour? Of course, we got the pregame post coming up. Of course, we got Flag on the Play coming up as well. And then, of course, we're going to be talking Texas, man. NCC Media Days just ended. And so we'll be talking Texas football. And are they a national champion? Are they a team that has the ability to go and win a national championship? Some people say they do. Some people say this is probably the most talented roster in college football. Steve Sarkisian said that himself yesterday. We're going to dive into it and talk about it and see what it is. We're going to see if that happens. National championship or bust. Is it? Hint, I think it is. And then, of course, when we get out of this thing, man, we leave you with a quote of the day. Something that you can think on and meditate on and be able to have think about for the rest of your morning, the rest of your day as you get ready for the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for continuing to rock with us, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for continuing to rock with us here on the pregame playlist on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. I'm excited, man, because the weekend is finally here. I'm gonna keep saying it because we are almost at the weekend, and my job is to get y'all there safe and sound, but have a good time while we doing it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man, with the pregame post, the headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture. Let's go.
The pregame pulse. Headlines in culture and sports.
Yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling, man, with the pregame post. Headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture for hour number 2. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what time it is. It is the pregame post. Let's get this thing started, man. All right. Hour number 2. The Ravens have waived rookie quarterback Diego Pavia to make room for another player. So as you all know, Diego Pavia was not drafted in this past year's draft. But he did sign a deal as an undrafted free agent with the Ravens. Baltimore waived him to clear a roster spot for a veteran center who officially signed his free agent deal. Pavia, the 2025 Heisman runner-up out of Vanderbilt, became the first Heisman finalist in 12 years to go undrafted. Wow. As well, he led Vanderbilt to a 10-3 record, the program's first double-digit win season in school history. And he won SEC Offensive Player of the Year, man. With Pavia gone, Baltimore's quarterback room is now Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, Skylar Thompson, and an undrafted rookie from UConn, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect from Pavia. Where does Pavia land? I thought that Pavia should have went to the UFL because his star power in the UFL would have helped raise the profile of that league, and it would have given him a bona fide star that people would have wanted to go see play. That's my thought. If I'm Pavia, man, go to the UFL, dominate, and then ask for a piece of the business. That's how I look at it. Tyreek Hill, man, as you all know, Tyreek Hill got injured. And has not been playing football for a while. He posted a workout video that says he still has no power in his leg. No power in his leg. Now, Tight Sports was on the program last week, and he said that there was a doctor that was on the Coach JB show that basically said that Tyreek Hill may not play football again. You know, and according to him, according to Tyreek, he still has no power in the leg. He suffered a dislocated knee and multiple ligament tears in week 4 of last season against the Jets. Doctors reportedly told him he might not be able to walk again. Well, he's able to move, but playing it look like it's going to be a longer road to doing that before he's able to actually, you know, do that. And he may not even do that again. So we'll see what happens, man. It's been 10 months and 2 surgeries later. He still has no power in his left leg and is working to regain it, man. He was released by the Dolphins on February 16th and remains an unsigned free agent in the NFL. No team is touching him right now. Tyreek Hill healthy is one of the most dangerous players in the NFL. And I think we have seen that and I hate to say, I think we have seen that. You say seen is in past tense, because if he still says there's no power in his left leg, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get back the way he once was. And man, he was very, very electric as well. When he was that guy, very, very electric, man. All right, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling, keep it moving, man. There will be no Senate vote expected before August for the College Football Sports Act, to protect College Football Sports Act. The bill would grant the NCAA an antitrust exemption to enforce spending caps, transfer rules, and eligibility limits across college sports. It passed the Senate Commerce Committee 19-9 in June with backing from 24 conferences, 267 schools, and the NFL, but not the SEC or the Big Ten. So Senate Majority Leader John Thune told reporters Thursday he doesn't think the bill will get done before the August recess. So yeah, the bill passed the subcommittee. It passed the subcommittee that it was originated in, but it has to go to the floor of the Senate. I mean, it has to go to the floor of the House of Representatives. I think we talked about this before. The bill originates in a subcommittee. It's debated in the subcommittee. It comes out of the subcommittee. It goes to the floor of the House. The House debates it. The House votes on it. If it passes, it goes to the Senate. The Senate debates it. The Senate votes on it. They can change it. They can pass their own version of the bill. They pass a bill. It has to go back to the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives has to debate that bill. They have to pass that bill. If they pass that bill, then it goes to the desk of the president for a signature. President can sign it. President can veto it. The president can do what's called a pocket veto, basically meaning that one of those 3 things. He can sign it. If he signs it right away, it becomes law. If he vetoes it, he can veto it, send it back to Congress and tell them to work on it again, get it right. And this is what I suggest that you all do in order to get my signature. Or this is what I suggest. And, you know, if y'all do this, we can get a signature going. Congress can say, no, we don't want to do that. The bill just dies. Also, they can send it to the president's desk and the president can look at it and not do anything to it. It's something called a pocket veto. You just let it sit on his desk. After 10 days, if no signature from the president, it becomes law. So it's one of those 2 things that can happen, man. I don't expect anything to happen. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't expect anything to happen about it, man. But it was Commissioner Greg Sankey was asked about this at SEC Media Days this year. And he said the conference still hasn't seen the finalized bill language. We have not seen the language. We need to see the language, is what he said. So the SEC is not a part. The SEC is not a fan of it because of the fact that it would take some power away from the conference, is what it would do. You know, the conferences would not have as much power as they will. The commissioners will have to almost be in lockstep with the NCAA because the NCAA will have a little bit more power to potentially enforce this, and it becomes federal law. SEC, Big Ten commissioners, they want those two guys want the power to do whatever they want to do in college sports, but they can't get together on the biggest thing to get the thing going, to get everything going. They have the most power in sports right now to get this thing, to get it to where people need to be able to know exactly what it is that needs to be done when it comes to actually having a playoff in place, being able to have rules in place. And to be honest with you, I don't even think they want to do that, because if they do that, now there are rules that people go by, and if those rules are in place, guess what? Now they have to enforce them. Where there's no rules now, I mean, if there are no rules in place right now, and one team does something, then another team does anything, now they can just bicker back and forth in the public sphere and not have any real, consequences for what happens. Like, there are no consequences for a team doing what happens now. For example, Ole Miss goes and basically tampers with a player that's at Clemson who was in class, enrolled at the school, but because they wanted him on the football team, they went and was like, yo, we want you at Ole Miss, leave Clemson, come to Ole Miss right now. That's tampering, ladies and gentlemen. There are rules for that in the NFL, but there are no rules for that in college football right now. Those rules are in place, they will have to be enforced. That's what it is. They talk about it, but I don't think they really want it. I don't think they really do. That's just my personal opinion. Let's keep this thing moving along, man. $1.6 million. I mean, it's not 1.6 million. 1.6 million eggs are being recalled at Kroger and other stores over a salmonella risk. Jesus Christ. Can we eat food in peace without having to worry about getting sick? Jesus, man. Like, Texas-based Midwest Poultry Services is recalling roughly 1.6 million dozen eggs due to possible salmonella contamination. Recall eggs were produced between June 6th and July 3rd and carry sale by Best Buy date sales between July 20th and August 17th. Sold under multiple brands: Kroger, Simple Truth, Brookshire's Country Morning, and Sunups across Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Mississippi. First, we have the explosive diarrhea with cyclophasis, however you want to say that. Now you have salmonella outbreaks with eggs. That, man, bro, what is it, bro? We can't eat lettuce and we can't eat protein with the eggs. Come on, man. Can something give? Can something give? Please, can something give? Like, I'm tired. Like, I want to eat my food and not have the worry of having explosive diarrhea or getting sick with some type of contaminant that's salmonella because people didn't clean stuff or a lack of institutional control, if you want to put it like that. A lack of processes. Come on, man. This is wild, bro. We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Gotta do better, man. Gotta do better. Man, last story, man, here on the pregame post for hour number 2. ChatGPT's medical advice nearly killed a Florida man. Lawsuit against OpenAI claims a Florida man, Scott Winters, sued OpenAI and CEO Sam Altman, alleging ChatGPT's advice delayed treatment for a life-threatening pulmonary embolism. Winters says ChatGPT told him to stay recliner-bound for dizziness and blood pressure symptoms, and that he need 8 to 10 more episodes before it would be quote-unquote serious. Weeks later, he suffered a massive pulmonary embolism that nearly killed him. A doctor reportedly linked his prolonged immobility to the clot, which was per ChatGPT's advice. The suit, one of the first of its kind, alleges negligence and unauthorized practice of medicine and seeks damages plus stronger safety guardrails. OpenAI says ChatGPT is not designed to replace a healthcare provider and its terms of service already state outputs shouldn't be relied on as a substitute for professional advice. I think that, like that, let me read that part one more time. OpenAI says ChatGPT is not designed to replace a healthcare provider, and its terms of service already state outputs shouldn't be relied on as a substitute for professional advice. I would think that would be common sense, right? Like, are we in an era where AI is literally just taking over everything to where we just rely on AI for everything. Like the people that went to school to be a doctor, the people that actually had to train on cadavers, the people that actually had to do residencies, they probably did fellowships. They have all these hours of training. They've seen different situations and outcomes. They've seen a lot of things. The people that actually train on this, but we would rather go to ChatGPT and ask it for medical advice instead of going to the doctor that actually trained on this. I don't know about that, man. Shout out to Tim, the tool man. Tell me what's up, Tim, man. Warrior to you, my guy. Shout out to you. I don't know how I feel about that, man. I think we are relying too heavily on AI in certain situations. AI for like content creation and AI for like, research potentially. AI for like, idea generation. It's cool. But we're using AI to substitute doctors. I don't know about this one, bro. I think this is just a dude that just had a reliance on AI and he didn't want to get up and go to the doctor. Now, there are other situations in this as well. Healthcare is expensive in certain areas for certain people. Healthcare is expensive. And having to go to a doctor and pay a copay for something. I mean, sometimes you may be like, you know what? Maybe let me get that advice from ChatGPT and things like that. I remember WebMD. WebMD being the spot that a lot of people used to go to before they went to the doctor just to see what the symptoms say. Things stuff like that. So has ChatGPT replaced WebMD? I don't know, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I suggest if you feel sick, go to the emergency room, go to your physician, go to the doctor, not ChatGPT. You can go to ChatGPT if you're thinking about like how I want to budget for my household, or you go to a financial advisor for that, or does this look good together? Do these look good together? For idea image generations, that's cool. But this man had a pulmonary embolism and almost died. I don't know how I feel about that. And he went to ChatGPT. I guess, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your pregame post for hour number 2 here on the pregame playlist. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we will be giving our flag on the play, man. Flag on the play today is going to be interesting, man. I tell you, y'all don't want to miss it, man. We giving it out here on this Friday. We are close. As y'all know, man, noon is the beginning of the weekend for me, and we are almost there. We're less than 3 hours away from that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We appreciate y'all so much for that. Let's get this thing rocking with a little bit of that pressure from my girl Marie, man. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to you, man. This is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Good morning.
Yeah. You feel that? That ain't no pressure. That's me. Walking, whole room shift when I glide through. Lights flash, they freeze when I come into view. No rush, I take my time, let it build slow. Heartbeat sync when I step on the floor. All eyes locked, yeah, I know what it is. No cap, I've been that girl ever since. Don't chase, I attract, that's the difference. You feel it heavy every time I get close. Temperature rising, no way to ignore it. Hands on me, but you can't control it. Say you ready, better show it. If you want it, come and prove. I apply pressure when I step in the room. Whole vibe change, yeah, the energy boom. You can't fake this, baby, I'm the truth. When I move like that, what you gonna do? I apply pressure, yeah, I make it hot, no effort. Say you want more, come get it. But can you handle this pressure? Yeah, I don't feel it, I apply it. Yeah, when I walk in, can't deny it. Late night, city lights got me glowing. Bass hit, feel it deep when I'm rolling. You talk big, but I need you to show me. Can you keep up when the moment gets heavy? No breaks in my way, better ride it. Too real, can't nobody divide it. You say you want this energy, then step in line and match my time. Temperature rising, no way to ignore it. Hands on me, but you can't control it. Say you ready, better show it. If you want it, come and prove. I apply pressure when I step in the room. Whole vibe change, yeah, the energy boom. You can't fake this, baby, I'm the truth. When I move like that, what you gon' do? I apply pressure, yeah, I make it hot, no effort. Say you want more, come get it. But can you handle this pressure? Slow it down,
Sports fans, let me ask you something. How much time do you spend online every day? Whether you're streaming a big game, traveling to an away game, or simply browsing online, your privacy matters. Think about it. Every day we're checking scores, watching highlights, buying tickets, managing fantasy teams, shopping online, and connecting with friends and family. That's why I recommend NORDVPN. NORDVPN protects your connection with advanced encryption, helps block malware and online threats with next-gen antivirus, and keeps your personal information secure across all your devices, whether you're at home, traveling, or using public Wi-Fi. Right now, get 76% off plus 3 extra months with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Visit our link today and support Water Cooler Talk Sports while protecting what matters most. NordVPN. Security, privacy, peace of mind.
Your mornings just changed. Turn up your speakers. The pregame playlist is on.
Sun shining on the avenue. It's one of them days. Let's ride. Summertime in the city. Window down, got the speakers loud. Whole city vibing when we come around. Hear my homeboys upset where y'all at. Meet me downtown where the action at. Fresh white tea and my favorite kicks. Everybody outside trying to catch a flick. Got a text from Shawty, says she's on the way. Now I know it's gonna be a good day. No stress, no worries tonight. Everything feeling right. Blue skies and neon lights. We alive, we alive. Summertime in the city. Everybody looking pretty. Hands up, rocking with me. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. Got my whole crew rolling with me. Girl, come get busy with me. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. Pulled up to the spot and she stepped outside, looking so good, got me losing my mind. Sundress blowing in the summer breeze. Girl got everybody staring, but she looking at me. Ice cream truck on the corner still. Kids running through the park on the hill. Music blasting from a rooftop party. Whole block moving like everybody family. No stress, no worries tonight. Everything feeling right. Blue skies and neon lights. We alive, we alive. Summertime in the city. Everybody looking pretty. Hands up, rocking with me. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. Got my whole crew rolling with me. Girl, come get busy with me. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. Summertime in the city. From the sunrise to the moonlight, we're gonna keep this feeling all night. If tomorrow comes too quickly, let's make tonight a memory. Shout it. Good vibes all night.
Press play. On the pregame playlist. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Water cooler. Talk Sports Network.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's Flag on the Play time, man. Flag on the Play today. We are going back to the state of Florida, man. That's where we're going. We're going back to the state of Florida, and this time we have a guy that had to pee, but he tried to use somebody else's pee. Ladies and gentlemen, a Central Florida man is accused of having a pee brain. And his pee brain had a pee brain plan to beat a court-ordered drug test. James Shepard, 52 of Palm Coast, pulled in for his test on July 14th, wherein he was expected to hand over a urine sample. However, The sheriff's office said Shepard drove there with a suspended license, which was a violation of his felony probation, ladies and gentlemen. He was already serving for several burglaries and thefts, which led to deputies arresting him. Driving on a suspended license was a crime number 1. Crime number 2 was strapped to his groin, ladies and gentlemen. Per investigators, Shepard had a jerry-rigged Wizardinator, a fake bladder, and a fake urine wired to a heating pad with a fake penis to make it look convincing. Oh my goodness, man. This man had one job. Drive to your court-ordered drug test. That's it. That's the whole assignment. Instead, strike 1, he drives there on a suspended license, which is its own violations. Deputy pulls him over before he even gets inside. But strike 2 is the real story. This man showed up rigged with a fake device to try to beat the test. Strapped it right to himself. Thought he had it all figured out. Except now he's under arrest in the back of a patrol car on camera, and he decides mid-ride cuffs. He decides the mid-ride cuffs move to the front as a courtesy because he said his shoulder hurt. That's now the time to pull this thing out and toss it on the floorboard like nobody's gonna notice. This man had a bag of pee and a dildo, ladies and gentlemen, strapped to his leg. Sir, what are you doing? You're sitting in a police car with the camera pointed directly at you, and you thought this was the moment to get rid of the evidence? What? And then the deputy asks about it. You say it's not yours. Whose is it then? If it ain't yours, whose is it? The sheriff himself put out a statement calling this man out by name, saying he'd already been given the deal of a lifetime. Walking around on probation when he should have been sitting in a cell, Flagler County Sheriff's Office said, "Sir, you had a warm bag, you had a heating pad, you had a bag of pee, and you had a dildo strapped to your leg. You tossed it out on the floorboard and made it seem like it wasn't yours. Bro, what are you doing? Run Cherry. My guy, Run Cherry. Where you at, man?"
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business. He played it there.
Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. What is going on today, man? Just show up, take the test, and you may not even have to take the test. Somebody may like you and be like, you know what, go home. You have been responsible, go home. But that tells me that there was something that you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. That's what it tells me. But hey, man, the fact that he had the pee and a heating pad on him to keep the pee warm, and he had a dildo strapped to his leg. Boy, that is wild, bro. That is wild. That's a wild time right there, man. Where did he get the dildo from? That's weird. Like, what? Hey, I shouldn't even ask that question. Hey, that's up to him, man. That's his personal business. That is his personal business. That has nothing to do with me. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your flag on the play for Friday, July 24th here on the pregame playlist on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into a little bit of talk here, man. And we're gonna call this thing. Let's talk. Let's get into the talk, man. Let's talk some locker room talk right now. Let's go.
This is Locker Room Talk.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here. As always, man, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. And let's get into some Texas talk, man. Of course, as you all know, SEC Media Days has ended. It ended yesterday. Steve Sarkisian was the last coach to go for SEC Media Days. He was the guy that ended it all. He ended SEC Media Days yesterday in Tampa, Florida. And Texas has had a lot of success this offseason when it comes to players that they have acquired through the transfer portal. Of course, they had Cam Coleman, who transferred from Auburn to Texas. He is now a member of the Texas Longhorns there. Hollywood Smothers, who was at Alabama, who transferred from NC State to Alabama. but then left Alabama and went to Texas. He's now in the running back. He's now in the running back room there. I'm going to get this guy's name because I keep forgetting his name off the top of my head, but I'm going to remember it one of these days, man. But the offensive lineman that they had transfer in, I want to say he was from Cincinnati, to help come in and bolster that offensive line for Texas, because Texas had problems on the offensive line last year. Let's just be completely honest with you. They were not as good on the offensive line as a lot of people thought they would be. Wake Forest, Melvin Sinai, I don't know where I got Cincinnati from, but he's transferred in as an offensive tackle as well. You got Jonte Newman, who transferred in from Texas A&M as another offensive tackle as well. You look at what Texas has done in their class, and it tells you that they have a lot of what's considered to be talent coming into this from the portal through this class. And I think the highest rated guy that they had come in was Cam Coleman, 5-star transfer from Auburn as well. I look at this, man, and the questions that I get is when you look at a team like this and all the hype that is around Arch Manning, right? When you look at this team, to me, I think this is a national championship or bust season for Texas. Now, full transparency, I was on the Texas train when Texas came into the SEC. I actually picked Texas to win the SEC their first year in conference. Well, first, the reason why I did it was because that was Nick Saban's first year not coaching. And I thought that Texas coming into the conference, being able to get to the SEC championship game, win the SEC championship, would give them momentum in the conference, would give them a seat at the table as one of the premier teams in the conference. Yes, Texas, the brand, is one of the premier brands, but they haven't done anything in the SEC in order for them to have that type of cachet or that type of pull for people to listen to them for real. But that's the brand of Texas and the brand that they have built there. People still be like, all right, this is Texas, this is a big brand. We want to see what they're talking about. But they haven't done it in the SEC. Georgia still holds that right now. Alabama still has that right now. You know, they are the only two teams in the conference that have won SEC championships in the past, 6 years? LSU won it in 2019? I think they are the only two teams. LSU won the national championship in 2019 as well. But the two recent teams in the SEC to win national championships is Georgia and Alabama. So they sit at the top of the conference right now. But the thing that I look at, for full transparency, when Texas first got into the conference that year, I picked them to win the conference. They made the SEC championship game. They should have won the SEC championship game. They actually, Carson Beck got hurt in that game, and they were actually winning that game. But then the defense just fell off in the second half. Gunnar Stockton came out, made a throw, and made a run down the middle of the field where he got hit, knocked his helmet off. He got back up, and Carson Beck came in, handed the ball off, put him I think they kicked the field goal or they scored a touchdown, scored a go-ahead touchdown. I can't remember exactly how it ended, but that's exactly how that drive went. I was a fan of Texas at that particular point in time. And I had picked Texas. I believe I had picked Texas and Alabama to be in that SEC championship game, but it ended up being Texas and Georgia, but I had picked Texas to win the SEC at that particular point in time. I'm not picking Texas to win the SEC right now. No, I'm not. I'm not picking Texas to win the SEC this year. I think I don't see it. First off, let's start at the top. The Steve Sarkisian glazing. We got to have a conversation about Steve Sarkisian, bro. We got to have a conversation about it. Like, Steve Sarkisian is a good coach, but what has Steve Sarkisian done as a head coach to give you the indication that he is that dude that can win games for you? I put Steve Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin in the same boat. I really do. I honestly do. And you know what? I think it might be a little bit disrespectful to Steve Sarkisian. At least Steve Sarkisian won a conference title. He won the Big 12 before he got to the SEC. You know what I'm saying? So I give him that. He's won a conference championship in the Power Four. Lane Kiffin has won a conference championship in the Group of 5, Group of 6. He was at Florida Atlantic. But when you look at these coaches, man, I asked myself the question, was being on the staff with Nick Saban at Alabama, does it have that much cachet? Like, come on, man. Like, for real. Like, right now, the only two, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If we are looking at results, if this is a results-driven business and not a business of just like, this is what this coach has done on his resume. If we're looking at results, actual teams that have won championships, actual teams that have done things and gotten to the peak in the top of the mountain. The only two coordinators that I can think of right now off the top of my head that are Saban coordinators that have won conference championships and a national title is Kirby Smart and Kirk Cignetti. Those are the only two. Kirk Cignetti was on that staff back in like the early 2010s. You know what he did? He won the Big Ten and he won a national championship this past season. Kirby Smart has won the SEC 2 years in a row now, and he won back-to-back national championships. Right? So if we're gonna have this conversation, bro, like those are the only two coordinators that when you talk about Saban coordinators, Saban guys that was on the staff with Saban, that was underneath him directly, that have actually had results that ended in holding up the trophy. Those are the only two guys that you can speak of. Mario Cristobal, he played in the national championship game. That's cool. He didn't win. Steve Sarkisian played in the SEC championship game. That's cool. He didn't win. We start there. Then we come down. And this is not, I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to say this because when you speak off of pure facts of what happened, of what's happening, people feel like people be thinking you be hating. And it's no hating. It's just, you are looking at what is happening, what the facts are, what they're telling you, and you make an opinion about it. You look at Arch Manning, bro, and the hype around Arch Manning that he's been hyped up to, the numbers don't reflect it, bro. They don't. You would have thought Arch Manning had a Jaden Daniels type year last year. The way that they saying that this dude is going to be a Heisman Trophy finalist moving forward. This man threw for 3,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That is a really solid season for a decent to average quarterback now in college football. I'm just being completely honest. Listen. John Mateer threw for just under 2,900 yards last year. Gunnar Stockton threw for just under. I think he threw for like right at 2,800 yards last year. And those were two playoff teams. Arch Manning threw for 3,100 and didn't make the playoffs. But a lot of that came towards the end of the year. And like, I think we went out the game log like yesterday of like what he did. Like he had a couple of 300-yard games. He had like a 200-yard game, but majority of the other games was like 100 yards, 122, 170 some yard games. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what did he do? And like, when you look at the numbers intently, when you look at them indefinitely, like in depth, when you look at them and be like, yo, this dude, he does not throw the football well down the field. He does not throw the football well between 12 to 15 yards, 12 to 18 yards. He doesn't do that consistently well. He doesn't. His mechanics are off. Bubba has talked about this ad nauseum. Mechanics are off. Like, I thought he had a shoulder injury last year that kind of pushed, that kind of made him like, that kind of made him limited potentially. Like, it's like the way that he was hyped up. Like, here's the thing. The expectation, we just had this conversation. I had this conversation about Georgia in the first half, in the first hour of the show. The expectations to me are the floor. That is the expectation. When I talk about Auburn football, I say the floor for Auburn football is 6-6. So my expectation for Auburn is to at least win 6 games. The ceiling for Auburn for me is 9-3. If they get to 9-3, I'm like, yo, that's exceptional. If they get to 7-5, I'm like, yo, that's okay. We pushing. If you get to 8 wins, 9 wins, all right, that's yo, you have surpassed what it is. But the argument, the way that this dude is covered, the way that he is hyped, the way that he is just lauded, bruh. In my mind, Now I gotta see what this dude really about. I gotta see what is the expectation for this guy. And they are still putting those expectations on him this year. They are already saying this man is going to be a Heisman finalist, bro. They already saying that. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. The numbers from last year don't give me Heisman finalist numbers. They don't. If we're looking at the numbers that he did last year, and let's just say he does, I don't know. Let's just say he does 3 to 5% better than last year. So 3 to 5% better than last year would put him probably an extra, I don't know what, 10% of 3,100 is 310. So half of that, another 150 to another 180 yards passing that he'll do this year. Let's say he does that. 3 to 5% better. Let's say that. Shout out to King Richard in the chat. What's up, King? Man, hope you're feeling good, man. Hope you're feeling great. Shout out to you, my guy. Let's say he does that. Let's say he does 3 to 5% better and he gets to 3,300 yards or 32 or just under 3,300 yards. Those are not Heisman worthy numbers, especially when you got guys out here that's throwing for 4,000, 3,900 yards, 3,800 yards, 4,300 yards in a season and things, stuff like that, and have a record that's similar to what you had last year, 9-3. Like, come on, man. And to be honest with you, it ain't even Arch's fault. It ain't even his fault. It's the people, it's the expectations that I'm even say we, because I didn't put these expectations on him. I saw him in high school and I was like, yeah, he'll be a solid quarterback. He'll be a serviceable quarterback. You know, he get with the right system, he get with the right people. Yeah, he'll be all right. But he's not what everybody is saying that he's not what everybody keeps saying that he is. Like he's the number one overall pick when it's all like he's the for sure number one overall. What about the tape shows you that he's the number one for sure overall pick? And then when people like me or people like other people go off into a soliloquy like this and we start saying this type of stuff, people be calling us hating. No, we're not hating. We are just reacting to what the expectations that other people said for this guy, because that's what this business is. In this business, the media sets the expectations for players, for what fans want to see. And then the player either lives up to that or they fall short of it. And then when you react to it, that's what happens in this business. Just being completely honest with you. You may not like it, you may not agree with it, but that's what happens. The media controls what the fan knows and sees and hears. Because most of the time the players and the coaches and the organizations don't even want to say anything to y'all. They don't want to have the press conferences. They don't want to do that. They don't want to talk to the media like that for real. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Hopefully he has elevated. So hopefully it will. I don't know. We'll see. But then you move along and you look at the wide receiver position, Cam Coleman. I think Cam Coleman is a talented individual. And I still believe Cam Coleman right now in the NFL draft, based off talent alone, is an easy second round pick guy right now. He can easily be a number 2 on the NFL team right now. Easily, talent wise. But production wise, what we've seen in college, it ain't matched. This is another guy that you look at, and the comparisons between Cam Coleman were to Jeremiah Smith. That's what he was compared to coming out of high school. It was Cam Coleman, Jeremiah Smith. That was the comparison. That's who he was compared to. Jeremiah Smith came out his freshman year and had 1,200 yards receiving, 1,300 yards receiving, won a national championship, and then followed it up with what a lot of people thought would have been a sophomore slump. Followed it up with another 1,000+ yard season and I think right now has almost 30 touchdowns in college football or somewhere near it like that. Cam Coleman has 1,300 yards in college and 13 touchdowns. And for the people in the back, they're going to be like, well, he didn't have a quarterback to throw him the ball. Well, all right, I could potentially give you last year. I can give you that Jackson Arnold didn't push the ball down the field like he should have. But in that Oklahoma game, Jackson Arnold was putting the ball out there for Cam Coleman to go get it. And a couple of times, Cam Coleman didn't go get it. But the year before that, when Cam Coleman came in as a freshman, Peyton Thorne threw for 2,700 yards. Keandre Lambert-Smith, 19 yards away from being a 1,000-yard receiver. Jeremiah Smith was in Ohio State and had a 1,000+ yard receiving season his freshman year. So if that's the guy you're comparing Cam Coleman to, then the numbers tell me Jeremiah Smith up here, Cam right here. Production-wise, talent-wise, yeah, they may be here. They may be right here in the same stratosphere. Production-wise, Jeremiah Smith is way up here. So what is there to tell me now that that Cam Coleman is going to go to this Texas team with a quarterback that had troubles throwing the intermediate ball, throwing the intermediate routes, and had some trouble throwing the ball deep as well too. Like this whole narrative that Archer threw the deep ball well, that ain't all true. Go back and watch the tape. He had some good throws down the field, but he wasn't consistently doing that great. Let's just be honest about it. And Cam Coleman has had trouble making the routine catches. Spectacular catches, he does them well. That's not a problem. The routine stuff, 50-50. It is what it is. You get to the defensive side of the football, man. Colin Simmons, he's going to be great. Nothing bad to say about him. Nothing bad to say about Colin Simmons. Colin Simmons is going to be a day one pick in the NFL draft. And maybe it's my affinity towards the defense side of football, but he's going to be fine. You look at the offensive line, Trevor Gooseby. I think he's going to be great. They had to boast up the offensive line because that was really Texas could do nothing for real last year, honestly. To be real with you, to where they could actually have a decent running game. You know, I just look at this Texas team and I ask myself the question, man, like Steve Sarkisian said at SEC Media Days that they have a talented roster. He literally came out and said, we have a talented offensive. We have talented guys on offense. We have talented guys on defense. We have talented guys on special teams. He said, we just have to put it together on Saturdays when we go out on the field on Saturdays. It's literally what he said. But duh, Steve, everybody has to do that. Every team has talent on the football field. But when you talk about the expectations that are set upon a team, when the narrative is set, and to be completely honest with you, this is not all their fault either. It's not. A lot of it has to do with media. A lot of it has to do with industry, and some of it does have to do with the school as well. Let's just be honest about it. The schools have something to play with this. Sometimes have something to play with this as well. It's not all on them. It's a shared effort between a multitude of people. But when you have all of those ingredients together, it now creates an expectation for a football team. And now when you come out here and you look at what that team is, and now with him saying we do have a talent, like with him acknowledging that, we have a talented roster and we have this. Oh, now you have to go out here and win. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with what Will Stein said on day one. Will Stein basically said, they asked him the question of why do you feel like you can win big at Kentucky? He literally said, because of me. Now, guess what, Will Stein? You created an expectation. Now, if Kentucky go out here and win, guess what? If Kentucky go out here and win within the next 3 years, win and consistently get better, people going to be like, well, Will Stein said, yeah, we see it. But if Kentucky go out here and get that ass blown out the water, oh, Will, remember what you said at your first SEC Media Days, Will? It's the same thing with Alex Golesh. Alex Golesh said, I don't set goals, I set standards. But what's the standard? The standard, he said, is to be the best version of ourselves every day, is what he said. The thing that bothers me is that people always feel like you be hating on folks when you be giving your analysis on what you see and what is happening in front of your eyes, but then act like they don't, but then they act like they don't see the same thing. Yeah, you can give excuses for stuff like the whole Cam Coleman situation. Yeah, you can give excuses for it, but how you gonna excuse the fact that Keanu Lambert-Smith was 19 yards away from being 1,000-yard receiver his freshman Cam Coleman's freshman year with a 2,700-yard passing and Peyton Thorne, who actually sat a game and a half. But Cam Coleman was also being compared to Jeremiah Smith, who in that same year won a national championship, had 1,000+ yards receiving, and the hype around him was just as big as it was the hype around Cam Coleman. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But as I stated before, expectations, comparison. When you compare, when people are compared to each other, instantly in the mind, now people have to look at it and be like, all right, this player against that player. Well, this player did this player didn't do this, or this player did this player did this. I can see the comparison. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that, man. I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't think Texas wins the national championship this year. Hell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Texas is an 8-9 win football team this year. That's just me. I think they are an 8-9 win football team. I don't think Arch Manning has done enough. You got to understand, Arch Manning did not practice for real this offseason. All those passes that you saw Ryan Wingo and that other true freshman that they had out there in Texas catching, that was KJ Lacey throwing that football. KJ Lacey from down here in Mobile, that was him throwing that football. That wasn't Arch. Arch was out. So the reps that Arch needed to get in order to get into that mode, does he have it? Does he have enough? I don't know. I'm telling you, I think Texas is an 8-9 win football team this year, to be completely honest with you. I think they are an 8-9 win football team, just like they were last year. They're gonna be in some close games. They're gonna lose a couple. They're gonna win some, and next thing you know, they're gonna be on the fringe trying to get into the playoffs, and they're gonna be having the conversation of, well, we played this schedule. This is who we played. This is what it was, and now we deserve to be in the playoffs. And guess what? You're gonna get left out. Texas is gonna be an 8-9 win football team. I give Texas 9-3 again this year. Texas is gonna be a 9-3 football team this year, on the fringe trying to get into the playoffs. Tell me what you think about Texas, man. I already told you what I thought. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just the pregame playlist right here on Water Cooler Talk. King Richard said Texas will make the SEC championship and lose. This is what his thoughts are. I don't agree with it. I don't see Texas making the SEC championship. I think Texas is going to be a 9-win football team. That's just me, though. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We're going to take a break right here. We're going to slide out. And when we come back, man, we're going to wrap this thing up and we're going to get you ready for the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pregame playlist. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you.
Yeah. Big pressure. What? Hey, turn me up. She thought it was wet. I'm the finest, can't nobody top me. Nobody more money, ain't no cheat that could stop me at all. Face card valid, yeah, it's locked, no copy. She cute, but she broke, that's not me. Nah, big pressure when I step, they watch me. Talking receipt, get popped like wasabi. Whole lot of cash, yeah, pile up sloppy. Big racks, I'm the one, ain't no other can block me. On me, ayy, raspy little tongue when I talk, that's power. Walk in the spot, I control the hour. Pretty little face, but I stack like a tower. Money get long, yeah, it grow by the hour. I don't do cheap, everything top tier. If it ain't money, I don't even heal. She want the light, but she ain't got guilt. I been that girl, let me make that clear. On hair laid down, but my mind on racks. He wanna talk, I ain't texting back. Counting it up, yeah, I double that. She want the shine, but she fumbled it. I'm the finest, can't nobody top me. Nobody more money, ain't no chick that can stop me at all. Face card valid, yeah, it's locked, no copy. She cute, but she broke, that's not me. Nah, big pressure when I step, they watch me. Talking receipt, get popped like wasabi. Whole lot of cash, yeah, pile up sloppy. Big racks, I'm the one, ain't no other can block me. On me, ain't no debate, I'm the one, no ties. Look how I move, yeah, I stay on their minds. Baddest alive, yeah, I say it with pride.
Everybody wants to look like a star when they step out, including you. That's why Hollywood Media got you covered. From clean portraits, corporate events, and even athletic events, they capture it all. These ain't just pictures. This is your moment. Follow now on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood Media. Feel like the star you are.
You're listening to the coolest playlist. The pregame playlist is in your ear.
Tennessee nights. Sun going down on a 2-lane road. Dust in the air, got a slow ride roll. Text from the boys, man, pull on through. I said, 10 minutes, I'm sliding through. Oh, truck humming, radio loud. Small town living, we don't need a crowd. Hand on the wheel, breeze rolling in. Another southern night about to begin. It's them southern nights, cold beer, firelight. Laughing with my people, everything ain't right. Yeah, we living life in them southern nights. Stars hang low, time moves slow. She looking at me like she already knows. One spark, one touch, just one time. That's how it goes in them southern nights. Bonfire lit out in Millersfield. Tailgates down, that's the deal. She walked up, moon hit her face, had me stuck, yeah, right in place. Red cup talk, leaning in close, laughing about things we ain't post. Little bit of tease, little bit of vibe, got me thinking about later tonight. Heartbeat jumping, can't play cool out here tonight, breaking all rules. It's them southern nights, cold beer, firelight, laughing with my people, everything right. Yeah,
You're now listening to the pregame playlist on the Water Cooler Sports Network.
Late nights, city lights. You know what it is. You hit my line after midnight. Say you outside tryna slide right. Windows down while the bass ride. Boy, you dangerous, but I like vibes. We ain't worried about the sunrise. Got the whole city in our headlights. One night turned into real life. Yeah, we outside tonight.
outside tonight. Yeah, pull up blacked out, yeah, the 10 low. Go cross, hang while the wrist glow. Whole team eating, that's the big goal. Came from stress, now we live most. Back then, ain't see the vision. Now every move got attention. Stay solid through the tension. Now the city treat me different. I ain't perfect, I got scars too. Still thank God what we got through. You the type, make a boss move. That energy feel hard to lose. Let's ride.
For real. You hit my line after midnight. Say you outside tryna slide right. Windows down while the bass ride. Boy, you dangerous, but I like vibes. We ain't worried about the sunrise. Got the whole city in our headlights. One night turned into real life. Yeah, we outside tonight.
Rooftop views and designer sense. Conversations got deeper sense. Everybody switch for relevance. You stay solid through all of it. I got dreams bigger than my section. Still move smart when I'm stepping. Every loss turned into lessons. Now the whole vibe feel like blessings. Tell the driver keep rolling. Night young and we locked in. Your voice got me focused. Can't fake this emotion.
Locked in
for life.
Maybe this could be something more than just
Get your morning started. Yeah, with the pregame playlist. Your
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, man, this is the pregame playlist, man. We have come to another to the end of another pregame playlist show, man. Episode 20 of the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Man, I say this with a labor of love, man. I really enjoy doing this, man. I really enjoy getting up in the mornings and doing this show. Even if it doesn't have that many views, I still enjoy doing it. So please, man, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, man. Let people know that they come in and watch this, man. I really enjoy this, man. I think this is a new concept on YouTube. Like I keep saying this is something that is new. A lot of people don't. It's just new. It's really what it is. It's just really a new form of content, and I think people just have to get used to it. And people, once they understand it and understand that this is really like a visual radio show, visual sports radio show, I think it'll take off, man. So, hey, man, tell a friend, man, to come over here to Water Cooler Talk Sports. Hit the subscribe button. Take a look at the pregame playlist. Go check out our other show, Around the Cooler, man. Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. And check out the shows, man. We try to bring you great content, man. We try to have a great time as well, man. Hey, man, King Richard said, man, Manny would be like his Uncle Peyton, and I would not be able to win the big games. Woo, okay. Huggy Beard said, man, damn, that AI brought pressure. Huggy, that's funny, bro. That is hilarious, man. That's funny, man. So, hey, man, shout out to you all, man, for rocking with us here, man. As always, man. Thank y'all so much, man. As y'all know, this is the weekend, man. The weekend is officially started right now, man. I said it. So because I said it, it's true. So, man, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you all, man. Like I said, I really enjoy doing this, man. This is a labor of love that I really, really enjoy. So, man, it will grow. It will get big. It will, and people will watch it, and we will be known across the country and across the world. Water Cooler Talk Sports, the pregame playlist Around the Cooler. We will be that, man. So shout out to you all, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here. And as y'all know, man, I like to leave with a quote of the day, something that you can meditate on, something that you can think about, something that you are able to kind of just be like, all right, man, this is cool. This is something I can think about for the rest of the day. And today's quote is going to be from Brian Tracy, and the quote says, "Develop an attitude of gratitude. Say thank you to everyone you meet for everything."
You're now listening to the pregame playlist.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. You all have a great weekend. You all have a safe weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us. We will be right back here Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a good one. You all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you Monday morning right here on the pregame playlist. Y'all be easy. Peace.
This has been a presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.